Stop scrolling for a second. Have you noticed that the last year felt short? Like really short? Think back to when you were 7 years old. A 6-week summer vacation felt like an entire lifetime. You lived 1,000 distinct stories between June and August. The days stretched out forever. But now, you blink and you're celebrating New Year's again. You look at a photo from 2015 and realize it wasn't a couple of years ago, it was a decade ago. Most people brush this off. They say, oh, time flies when you're having fun, or adults are just busier. They are wrong. This isn't just a feeling, it's a mechanism. Your brain is actively compressing your reality, deleting the empty space, and hitting the fast forward button on your life. And the reason why is actually kind of terrifying. There is a popular theory you've probably heard. It's called the logarithmic scale of time. It goes like this. When you are 5 years old, 1 year represents 20% of your entire existence. That is a massive chunk of data. But when you are 50, 1 year is just 2% of your life. Mathematically, a year simply weighs less relative to the whole. It's a neat, clean explanation. It makes sense on paper, but it misses something fundamental about being human. Mathematics doesn't explain why a week on a vacation feels like a month, while a week at the office feels like a blur. Math doesn't explain why a traumatic event feels like it lasts for hours, or why a flow state makes hours vanish in minutes. The real culprit isn't math, it's efficiency. Your brain is the most expensive organ in your body. It consumes about 20% of your energy, despite only being 2% of your weight. To survive, it has to be ruthless about energy conservation. It is constantly looking for shortcuts. Think about your commute to work or school. The first time you drove that route, you were hyper-aware. You watched every street sign. You noticed the pothole on the corner, the color of the house 3 blocks down, the timing of the traffic light. Your brain was recording in 4K resolution because the experience was new. It was dangerous. It required attention. Now, think about your commute this morning. Do you remember it? Really remember it? Probably not. You got in the car, and suddenly you were at your destination. This is the trap. As we age, our lives become structured routines. We wake up at the same time, drink the same coffee, take the same route, sit at the same desk, talk to the same people, and watch the same shows. When nothing changes, the brain stops recording. Your brain realizes, I already know this pattern. I don't need to waste energy writing this to the hard drive. So instead of capturing the rich, detailed texture of reality, your brain starts skimming. It stops recording the footage and starts recording the summary. Monday, work. Tuesday, work. Wednesday, work. In childhood, everything is a first. First day of school, first kiss, first heartbreak, first time seeing the ocean. The brain is overwhelmed with new data, so it stretches time to fit it all in. But in adulthood, we stop having firsts. We settle into repeats. And when your brain encounters a repeat, it doesn't just ignore it, it literally edits it out of your perception of time. You aren't just feeling like time is moving faster, you are actively losing the memory of living it. You are entering a state of cognitive autopilot. The days are passing, but because they look identical to the days before them, they merge into one gray blur. So, if routine is the enemy that steals our time, how do we fight back?
You can hack this system. But first, you have to understand the difference between experiencing time and remembering time. This is the paradox. If you sit in an empty room and stare at a wall for 24 hours, the day will feel agonizingly slow while you're living it. But the next day, if you look back, that day vanishes. It was a blank void. Your brain compressed 24 hours into 0 seconds of memory. Now, imagine a day where you wake up in a new city, get lost in a strange market, try a food you've never eaten, and meet a stranger who tells you a wild story. The day flies by in the moment, but when you look back, that single day feels like a week. Novelty stretches time. Think of your memory like a film strip. When you live a routine day, your brain records 1 frame per hour. It's a time lapse. When you live a novel day, your brain records 60 frames per second. It's a slow motion epic. The reason childhood felt so long wasn't just because you were young. It was because you were constantly learning. Every day involved navigating a new social world, learning a new word, mastering a new game. Your brain was forced to pay attention. As adults, we confuse comfort with living. We work hard to build a stable life, a nice house, a steady job, a reliable routine. But that stability is exactly what triggers the time warp. By removing unpredictability from your life, you are essentially telling your brain, stop recording. There is nothing new here. You don't need to quit your job or travel the world to fix this. You just need to break the pattern. The brain doesn't need big changes, it needs new data. Drive a different route home, brush your teeth with your left hand, read a book about a topic you hate, cook a recipe you're afraid of. Every time you introduce a slight variation, you force your brain to wake up. You force the camera to start rolling again. You are manually inserting bookmarks into the timeline of your life. But there is one final, deeper layer to this. It's not just about doing new things. It's about how you see the things you're already doing. Here is the hard truth. You cannot live on vacation forever. You cannot skydive every Tuesday. Eventually, you have to wash the dishes, sit in traffic, and attend the meeting. If the only way to slow down time is to constantly seek massive, life-changing novelty, you are going to burn out. So, how do we slow down the boring stuff, the routine, the 90% of life that actually happens? You have to learn to increase the resolution of your attention. Think about a tourist visiting your hometown. They walk down the street you drive down every single day, but they stop. They look at the architecture of the bank. They notice the way the light hits the park bench. They take a picture of a coffee shop sign. To them, that street is vibrant, detailed, and slow. To you, it is invisible. You don't need a plane ticket to slow down time. You just need to switch from commuter mode to tourist mode. This requires a conscious effort to stop filtering out the world. When you drink your morning coffee, don't just gulp it down while scrolling your phone. That deletes the experience. Instead, notice the heat. Notice the bitterness. Notice the weight of the mug. When you talk to your partner or your parents, don't just run the standard "how was your day" script. Look at their face. Notice how they've aged. Listen to the tone of their voice. The Roman philosopher Seneca said something profound 2,000 years ago. Life is long if you know how to use it. We complain that life is short, but we act as if it is infinite. We treat today like a disposable wrapper, something to tear open just to get to tomorrow. We rush through Monday to get to Friday, rushing through our own existence. Time isn't speeding up because you are getting old. Time is speeding up because you have stopped paying attention. If you want a longer life, you don't need more years. You need more moments. You need to force your brain to stop editing out the footage. So, here's your challenge for tomorrow. Find one mundane thing you do every single day, walking the dog, making toast, taking the elevator, and look at it like you have never seen it before. Stop fast-forwarding. Press play.